Okay, now that I've shown you the wheel, the Camelot Easy Mix wheel, I'm just going to show you a little bit of housekeeping of how I actually just log and categorize the music. So once we've analyzed it within Mixed in Key, I actually come over to iTunes, and then I just actually put the key name at the beginning of the track. So up here, I've already done this page, but as you can see, I've put before this track up here, the Tribal Heaven, that is a 10A track. Mixed in Key told me that's a 10A, so I just come in here and I type in 10A. This next track by Osunlade, this was in the key of 3A, so as you can see, I've just come in here and I've put in 3A. Now this will take a few minutes to do, but it really is well and truly worth it. Now watch this, within iTunes, when we now click on name, you'll see that it's organised all of the tracks within key order. So starting at 1A, going in descending order, or you can do it in reverse. If we click name again, it will do it in reverse order from 12A coming down to 1. But what will happen is, I've actually just, in between doing this video, I've just added a few extra tracks just to build up. But as you can see, we've pretty much got tracks in all of the keys, 1A, 2A, 2B. If you have something like this, 1A, 2A, this is saying that the track fits into both of those harmonic keys. So with the 1A, you could either go 1A into a 1B, or into a 2A, or back to a 12A. Or you could go from 2A into a 2B, stay in a 2A, or go back to a 1A, or up to a 3A. But as you can see, all of the tracks are now categorized in their harmonic key, and it makes, when you come to organizing your CDs and even organizing your playlists or organizing mixes, you can very quickly within iTunes see which tracks are in which key. So this is why I actually do this as a little bit of housekeeping, and I find that it's well and truly worth it. So that's just a recommended tip. So just as a quick recap, just to make sure that you understand how this is done. So you come over to Mixed in Key, you open Mixed in Key, you click on Analyze Songs. You have two options of how you add the music to be analysed. You can either click on the add files, then search on your hard drive as you normally would look within your music or wherever your music's located, and select the tracks and click on open. Or as I did, go across to your iTunes, simply highlight the tracks that you want to analyse, and then you just click and drag them across. I've already analysed these, so I'm not actually going to drop them, but you just drop them across there, and then you then have your music within Mixed in Key to be analysed. You then click Analyse. As you can see, I've already done these ones, but all you do is click Analyse, you give it a few minutes, and then you'll start to get your keys back on the system. I then, for personal preference, go back across to iTunes, and I just pre-suffix all of my tracks with the key that they're in. So when I click on name over here now in iTunes, you'll see that I have a list of tracks running in sequential order of key, which just makes it very quick and easy to pick tracks which are sort of going to be mixing harmonically. Now that you have your keys for each of your tracks, you then use the Camelot Sound Easy Mix system, which, as we said, is exactly like a clock. And for any track, you have 4 options. So you can either, let's say again 4A, you have 4 options. You can stay in the same hour, which would be 4A. You can subtract an hour, which would be 3A. You can add an hour, which would be 5A, or you can drop from 4A to 4B. Likewise with 4B, you could either stay in 4B, drop down to 4A, go back to 3B, or go forward to 5B. So there's always 4 options for whichever key you're playing in. So that's the Camelot Sound Easy Mix system. The other thing that I showed you was a little tip, was that I went up to Mixed in Key and I selected Preferences, and then when I called on Preferences it brought up this, and I've personally chosen the file renaming within Mixed in Key to be Key, which is this down the left hand side, followed by the BPM, which is this column down here, followed by the original file name. This is just a personal preference. You can just click on the arrow here and you can decide how you want the music to be arranged and displayed within Mixed in Key. So key, BPM, original file name, that's how I prefer to use it. Then you just come out of there. And in essence, that is as much as you need to know about Mixed in Key. If you'd like extra details and extra tips, then do click over here on the Visit community, where there are users from all around the world sharing sort of their ideas and tips. but all of that comes as free once you actually buy Mixed In Keys. Yeah.
So there you go, Mixed In Key 4 tutorial. We really enjoyed putting that together for you, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Now, Mixed In Key is used by most of today's top DJs, including David Guetta, Dubfire, Pete Tong, to name a few. You can check out and download Mixed In Key at www.buymixedinkey.com. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.